Hey, NASDAQ, we get best dope on the markets. I am your host, Alan Palmer. We're going to talk war with Iran and what happened in the markets. Okay, we had some pretty interesting things here. Let's go to crude oil first one, right? Crude oil. This was Friday. We had this little sequence going on here. We are goofing around an olive line sell, and it came down and tagged this green. This is a buy. And you know what? By Friday, we closed here. We gapped up here. The high today, 75, top left-hand corner there, 75.33 to 69.20, okay? $6 range. Anyway, so let's look up here and see if I had anything, okay? Now, here's another thing. See this blue line right up here? This kind of horizontal powder blue? Same kind of thing here. There were two of them here, okay? So what I do is I map out levels for the big picture macro crowd as well as the short-term crowd. Anyway, so here, let's go to a daily on this, and this will show, because that was hit in the evening. Watch up there by 75, okay? You got that powder blue, you got a red above that, and then you got an olive sell, a thick one, okay? And that's what it is. That's what today is. Can you see that over there? Let me do this here and make this, because sometimes they don't view right depending on the device you're on here. This is the price scale here. So let's just kind of look at it here. Just the vertical. We're looking for vertical, okay, to try to make money. And, this was a leap of faith. Although they talked about war, they've been talking about it for a long time. So anyway, that was the effect. It wasn't really that dramatic, okay? I mean, it was. Okay, of course, it was. But compared to, because there's a couple people here that are doinked. Trump is playing master chess, okay? Let's go to silver here. We'll take the biggest one movers here. This is silver today. This was the high last night. Okay, so I did have something over there. Now, you know what? 97.30 was the high. Look, top left corner, okay? And then we had something right here. This was at 96.94, okay? I map it out here, okay? That's it. Because otherwise we had to do a red and a green. That was it. And this is up at 103. This is at 93, okay? So this is the only number that was around here. This one is starting to use this as a tool. That's why it's over there in gray. So that was silver. We look at this. We broke $10. Silver had a $10 range, okay, from last night. Okay, I'm not a big fan of doing that. People were apparently talking about $100 crude oil, which I think is kind of crazy, especially in a day. What if it was over? But that's kind of what the chat boards apparently were saying. I hear to a secondhand source. Anyway, so this is gold. I had two, these are sell levels here. If in fact you thought that other top was like the top or a top for a while, maybe we go into a trading range, these would be sells over here. So you got here, there's a couple things on this one. You look for a thin olive and then a thick olive. Here's another thin olive. This one goes with this thick olive. That's not always the case. It's not always like that. And then right here you got an orange here, okay? Here it's the low. You gap over it and then they buy it against that. Okay, these are pivots. Just think that they're pivots. And then this is what we did late in the day here. This is gold. Okay, 53.60. Okay, today's high was 54.34. Okay, so gold isn't doing it like, when we were just going up $200 every single day, Let's go to, here's another one. This was in soybeans. Okay, we'll go through the ags. Let me put it on a daily. What is that? That's May beans, okay? That's May beans intraday, okay? Now here, I'm going to put it on a daily, okay? See the daily over here? Okay, here, I'm just going to go like this, and then here, you can look at it right here, okay? So we have a little red bar here. We didn't, they couldn't really put it away here, and we've been getting these 1 bars, and the market's been gobbling it up, okay? So I would say, you know, if you're looking to sell it, you know, and listen, you could sell it, you start picking any of these areas here, you could sell it for 20, 30, 40 cent break and then just take the money and run. You know, you don't have to dick around here. Funds are buying it. Um, let's go to here. I'm going to show you an olive line here that just missed, okay? I've talked about it when markets go run right up to one of my big levels and they'll come up shy, okay? They'll just come up shy because they'll save that for next time, okay? This is one of them. This is bean oil. I've been talking about it forever. For the last year, we just got down to 48.5. As a matter of fact, this chart is not as clear because it was a back month at the time. But it was like this. It was like a gap, okay? Just think that there was a gap here, and then you go limit, and they made an announcement. You spent 6 months retracing, okay? Making it, all the guys that give up here, you know, right at the end of the year, and they give up on beans, and then China steps in. Actually, didn't China buy here? Didn't China buy, I think China bought beans here or something like that, and then I don't know, and then just recently. So they have honored their commitments. This is bean oil. Okay, we got a major announcement coming up. I don't know when. It could be at any time. And it's going to be about how much bean oil has to go into crude oil, okay, to make biofuel, okay? So we can burn some of the crap that we're going and help out the farmers. That's not really what those people, the crude oil people want. Lobby's really strong. Anyway, so this is a sell here. Here's a thin one. Look at this. Okay, so we hit this one here Friday. Okay, and then we gapped up. We were up 200 here. The high is 64.28. You can see right here 64.38 is the number. Okay, just came up shy, and we never even made an attempt there in the day session. Okay, so but we have just gone from, call it 49 to 64. Okay. 30%, okay? It's virtually 30% move. Let's go to corn here. Corn, we've been looking at, you know, for farmers that are sitting on this stuff, okay, this was a rally to sell. These are a couple levels here. Here, 451.25, 52.75. The 6 is 3/4. 452.5 was the high. I had clients, a couple clients that had sells up here. Got filled right at Sunday night, okay, and then, you know, and that was the high, you know, for the people that had to buy. Here's wheat over here. We're down 16 cents here. This has run up. Remember this? 507 yearly down here, and we kept coming over here. It's boring, and then here, right here, you bounce out, come back, test the trend line. You know, and then all of a sudden here, and then you get one last shot. Okay, you know, it's you know, and if you're trading, if you could trade a couple of units, you have to manage it. You know, you sell one and look to buy it with two more. I don't know, whatever it is, 30 cents lower. Here's a silver here on a 3-minute chart here. Let's just take a look at that. Okay, this was today. We did this earlier. Over here, this is what triggered it, right here. Okay, see how this is mapped out? I have this mapped out, 93.29. Okay, here you held it, 34. Okay, they buy it against it. Here you test it, 37.5. Here you go right through, 16. Okay, then the next bar of the high is what? 21. What's this bar high? 19.5. Okay, never even made an attempt. And then look at this. You were already in the middle of a small sell program here. And so then here, and then look at the 7s right here. Okay, on volume. Okay, this is silver. It's not bullish. I mean, you know, look, it looks like it's somebody, the real deal is selling it. You know, the kind of player in the futures market. Anyway, that was just my comment there. Here is the, let's go to the NASDAQ here. We'll just give a little peek. Okay, this is where we are here, you know, wherever this trend line comes over here. Here, look at this. Things, highs and lows. You got this one up here. Here, this one right here, 105, 25, 105. Trend line off those old highs. Okay, going down. It can't play. Like right here, you know. Okay, these are some of my charts that went out to clients here. This one went out, what, Friday here, bottom right-hand corner at 125. So this had the Friday close in it, okay? So this is where we were. We went up, but just shy of $12 here in the Julys. Let me just go through here these real fast. This is rough rice. Couple small olives over here, down there with the green X's. Up. Actually, I don't know what limit was. That's up a pretty big one. This is cocoa. Okay, this is cocoa. The same thing at Friday. This is at 2:07 p.m. Okay, what air? Those are beans. I forget what today's high is. Those are July beans. And then this is crude oil here. This came down here. This was a buy off of this olive sell that we were kind of over there. That got hit and filled. We did not trade there in the day session, okay? So that's what else I give you. You know, they'll trade these numbers sometimes in the session before here, before the bank hours. Okay, this is Netflix here. Next chart, this is silver percent form. Okay, you can pause it, minus 10%, up 33%. I don't know what it was today. This is crude oil here. This is a good one here, okay? So I originally sent this out, and I just make these hash marks, okay? Just because it's, you know, time consuming. And then this is what I did with an explanation here. Olive sell pre-war weekend, okay? So this went out 127 Friday, okay? Because this is where we closed. As a matter of fact, I think we closed at 67.04. I don't know where that closed right here. Maybe that is 60 here. So this is how you can blow up these charts here. So I had 67.17 over here, okay, see right here? And then you look here, okay, so let's go look up at the top. And this was actually the low late in the day session, okay? We went up to 75, I believe 33. Yeah, 75.33 or 75.30. Missed this one, okay? This is just there to tell you something else is really here. And right here, just 50 ticks below here, 74.85, that's an olive line sell. So this is in crude oil, okay? This is in crude oil. I hope I wasn't talking silver. Okay, that's silver, and right there, see how that yellow, that was the same thing. Oh, that was on March. Okay, so that's on March 1st here at 1:35. This was Sunday. Okay, so I sent this out to clients. Okay, so I think you want to be a client. And, you know, and I don't have to have, you don't even have to read my comments. You just get the charts. This was Friday here in the, am I going the wrong direction here? 591, is this wheat? Goodness gracious. Okay, now these are recent charts here. This is actually oil share. This is the oil meal spread. You can pause it if you want. This is, this is June live cattle here. This was this morning here. We just did, see the 7 up here. We just had this break, and we opened lower on the war thing, and we did close higher here, actually. This might be a reversal up. I'd cover any shorts right in this area here. Use this as a pivot, right around 229.5, in my opinion, okay? That was silver again. You can pause it. This is a thing called Vanda. Okay, another smaller chart, Vanda here for this for somebody. You need some private research here. This is my meat page. We'll just and then what is this here? Oh, that's the cattle. This is the same cattle chart with a little bit more of this here. This was this morning. You come up to this area, you sell it. Okay, steady on the day after we're down $4. And then you come back here, they're still selling it here, right here. And then actually we closed over this we closed over 230. Okay? So that, you know, I'm nervous short, okay? That might have been. I don't know if that's the bottom. I have no idea. Guys that have been in this business, as long as I've been in the futures business, don't you know. There's the, okay, so this is another chart. This was sent out also because that was kind of an obvious gap here. So that's all that denotes here. Friday's low. So we were outside down, and then we came back where? To 90? Okay, so we did have a reversal down here in silver on the daily chart here. What are those? What is this? Oh, these are the, I forget what these, quantum stocks. And then silver. Okay, we're going to call this a wrap. If you need anything, you need custom work, you need high-level research on the charts. These are CQG charts. They cost $1,200 a month, okay? So you're getting quality stuff with a quality mentality, trader mentality. And to fade, because that's what we're looking to do here. We're looking to fade these metals and fade the crude oil here. We just had a run-up. We go from drill, baby, drill 55 to 75, fast. We right on drill, baby, drill. All right, have a nice day. Email me, arp@nasdog.com. Thanks for watching.